Close your eyes and imagine a boy barefoot on a cliffside rooftop. The Atlantic wind whipping salt in his eyes as he kicks a threadbare ball against a cracked wall. That echo, that single thud, that drummed hope into concrete would one day turn into a roar so loud it would shake stadiums from Manchester to Madrid if greatness has a heartbeat. It started right there because Cristiano Ronaldo decided that poverty, doubt, and distance were just warm-ups for destiny. Tonight, you're not just watching a football story, you're stepping into a masterclass on turning scars into superpowers. He was born in Madeira, an island better known for volcanic peaks than golden boots. Money was scarce, but fire was everywhere. Torrents of rain spilled through the ceiling, yet he'd sprint the steep streets, racing buses to the summit just to strengthen his lungs. Neighbors heard rhythmic grunts at midnight teenage Ronaldo doing push-ups because sleep felt like cheating. Where others saw a dead-end harbor town, he pictured a runway to the world. At 12, he left home for Lisbon with nothing but a duffel, a mother's tears, and a dream stitched together by sheer homesickness clawed him nightly. He phoned his family on borrowed coins, voice trembling. But the next morning, he'd lace up and outrun every doubt on the pitch. Each sprint was a silent promise. I will make this worth the pain. Then came the heart scare. Doctors found tachycardia, an irregular rhythm that threatened to bench him forever. Surgery followed. Most kids would press pause. Ronaldo pressed fast forward. He returned to training days later. Scars still fresh, fearless, because he had already tasted fragility and chosen fight over fear. Sporting CP handed him his debut, but the real audition arrived when Manchester United visited for a preseason friendly. He torched their defense like a comet streaking across Old Trafford's collective imagination. United S players stormed Sir Alex Ferguson's office. Sign him before we have to mark him again. That night, the boy from Madeira became a £12 million gambler. Sir Alex never bet small. Manchester wasn't glamorous. Gray skies, relentless tabloids, defenders who kicked first and apologized never. So Ronaldo built armor. Hours in the gym, sculpting muscle, hours in study, dissecting footage. He'd tape ankle weights under his socks, race up Carrington's hills, then spend evenings perfecting the steep over under fluorescent lights while teammates showered. Fans mocked his fancy tricks. Pundits called him showboat. He just grinned and added iron to the show. 2008, Champions League final, Moscow rain falling like judgment. Ronaldo's header exploded into Chelsea's net, the culmination of 6 years of obsession. Even when his penalty in the shootout missed, he refused collapse. Fate favored relentlessness, and United still lifted the trophy. That season earned him his first Ballon d'Or, a golden confirmation that flash can fuse with ferocity, but complacency. He treats it like kryptonite, so he chased a new mountain. Real Madrid, world record fee, royal pressure. 9 minutes into his La Liga debut, he scored Dan. He never stopped. 4 Champions League titles followed. 4 years in a row. From 2014 to 2018, he topped the competition's scoring charts. Real Madrid's crest holds 12 letters. Ronaldo wrote 450 goals beneath it, more than anyone ever. Remember 2014's Copa del Rey final? 90 meters of grass vanished under his boots in 9.1 seconds as he blitzed past Barcelona's back line, capped by a left-foot dagger into destiny. Speed was his signature, but self-reinvention was the ink. When pace began to falter, he chiseled. New weapons vertical leap measured higher than NBA forwards. Shooting technique mastered with both feet, a neck snap header that seemed powered by thunder, off the pitch discipline bordered on myth. He logs every calorie, sleeps in 90-minute cycles like a tech entrepreneur biohacking human limit, and submerges in cryotherapy chambers colder than Arctic nights. Teammates groan through recovery shakes. Ronaldo finishes and asks for an extra round. He's not addicted to vanity. He's addicted to just those tiny percentages that separate very good from undeniable. 2018, Juventus called a new league, a new language. The same storm. Turin witnessed bicycle kicks that defied physics and Serie A defenders who discovered that age is powerless against obsession. 3 seasons, 2 league titles, 1 seismic statement. Greatness isn't a postcode, it's a passport. The prodigal returned to Manchester in 2021, a reunion sweet at first, turbulent later, critics crowed when results did. But Ronaldo responded the only way he knows. 80 Premier League goals at age 37, including 2 hat-tricks. When others shrink under shade, he manufactures his own sun. Then came the chapter many labeled career exile. Saudi Arabia's Al Nassr. He inked the biggest contract in history, and some said drifted into semi-retirement. Reality, he detonated league defenses, bagging 35 goals in 31 matches to seize the 2023-24 Golden Boot. At 39, he sprinted harder than imports half his age, turning skepticism into standing ovations. SportsADDA.com this season, 2024-25, he's already drilled 25 goals in 30 league games. Sitting atop the scoring charts as Al Nassr chases glory again, ESPN.com, yet his clearest roar came in June. 2025 UEFA Nations League final, Portugal versus Spain. Minute 61. Match. Ronaldo goes between defenders and rifles. His 938th career goal. His 138th for Portugal. At 40 years old, a nation erupted. Skeptics evaporated. As cow. He lifted the trophy, tears in his eyes, confessing that winning for Portugal eclipses any club medal. Reuters cameras captured him clutching the silverware like a childhood promise. Finally fulfilled. Reuters.com. Add it up. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 7 league titles across 3 countries, 5 Champions Leagues, world record international goals, and counting. But the arithmetic he cares about is simple: next hour, next lift, next chance to rewrite the impossible. Because records never motivate him. Possibility, he repeats a mantra: I don't chase records. Records chase me. He's proof that talent sets the table, but hunger serves the feast. So what does this mean for you? Sitting behind a screen, pulse quickening. It means poverty can't muzzle ambition. Heart scares can't halt courage. Critics, age, new continents, none of them matter if your resolve is louder than their doubts. Ronaldo's story is not a bedtime tale. It's an alarm clock. It screams at 5 a.m., drags you to the gym, to the library, to the late-night hustle. It reminds you that discipline is love in training. Give the love. You show your own future. Picture him sprinting the training ground while teammates sip isotonic drinks. Picture him visualizing goals before sunrise. Then picture yourself refusing to hit snooze tomorrow because comfort and greatness are sworn enemies. Goosebumps. Yet, they're not from his trophies. They're from the mirror he holds up to our excuses. He teaches that setbacks are fuel. Critics are free coaches. And destiny is handwritten in sweat. If this fire rages inside you, feed it. Share this video. Claim your spot in the comments. And subscribe. We're building a squad of relentless dreamers. But more importantly, after the last frame fades, step into your arena classroom, startup, studio. Field and play like the world is your crowd. Because somewhere on a cliff in Madeira, a boy once willed a future nobody else could see. Tonight, that same willpower is knocking at your door. Answer it, and maybe, just maybe, you'll write a story that gives the world its next set of goosebumps. Go, be relentless, be legendary. Be the reason someone else believes the impossible is just practice.